Namaste all. My name is Rohit Sakla. I'm an assistant professor in Department of Interior Design at Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University. Today, we'll talk about the birth of Vastu Shastra, how the Vastu Shastra came into existence. Vastu Purush is present in each and every plot, whether it's big or small. He is a fixed and peculiar body. His hands remains hanging down and his body is spread all over the length and breadth of the ground. There is an interesting story in the Puran in which the birth of Vastupurush is narrated. By reading that story, one knows why the worship of Vastupurush is necessary before beginning construction of any building. Now, this is the uh, layout of a plot and an example of how the Vastupurush is imagined on a plot. His head lies in the northeast region, and with his feet lying in the southwest region, and the five elements are divided as per the direction. The east has the north. From east to southeast, we see the Agnikon. From southeast to south, we see the Dharti. From southwest to west, we see uh, the water. From west to northwest, we see air, and northwest to northeast, we see uh, uh, space, and north to northeast, we see space. This is another example of how a boss push imagined on a plot. He's always facing downwards in the northeast direction with his feet in southwest direction. Now, all the objects of universe are made of five elements. Basically, these five elements are earth, water, fire, space, and air. They are also called Panch Mahabhut. Now, the introduction of earth. Earth here means the composition of surface of earth, the soil, and other mineral present in the soil. The upper part of the surface is called the soil, stone, sand, iron, lime, etc. All these parts are of soil. It can also be characterized on the basis of shape, touch, taste, and sound. There are many other things described in Vastu Shastra about the size and type of land and method of Bhumi Pujan are also explained in it. This is one example of earth. Now the water. It is almost essential for, as we all know, it is almost essential for all creatures, and it's a basic element in construction. Even in the body of a human, forms 75% of the body's weight. All of us also know that different forms and sources of water, not only for creatures and vegetation, but also for house construction. Water is needed in sufficient quantity. Therefore, it should be ensured before the house construction whether water will remain available or not. An example of water. Now the fire. Fire circulates in the form of energy. It's a form of energy in the form of light and heat. The sun is the main source of light and heat for us. It should also be taken that the building has constant supply of light. It is completely safe from fire. Construction material that we are using is selected in such a way that it is fit for living comfortably as well in both the seasons, summer as well as winter, and it is not destroyed by the harsh effect of the environment. These things need to be considered before selection of material. Thus, a house construction plan is greatly affected by the heat and light and ventilation. Shape and feelings and sounds are characteristics of fire. One example of fire. Fourth element in the list is air. It is a very essential element for all living beings. It is essential to have correct supply, correct temperature and pressure, correct percentage of humidity in the air for both kinds of comfort, physical and mental form of man. Therefore, the shape, size, construction, and direction of building should be such as they have sufficient supply of air for healthy and comfortable living. No part of the building should remain without air. This is one example of air. As this photo suggests, the ventilation or the movement of air within the building plays a very important role in keeping the temperature inside the building in an adequate or uh, uh, in a condition which can be uh, absorbed or measured by the human body. Now, fifth is space. Space is the most widely spread over the five basic elements. The unending region of the universe is which all the heavenly body exists is called space. The surrounding area in which we live, move, is space. That's where all the things happen. There's no place in the universe where this place does not exist. Space effect can be felt in many forms, and activities and design in our life are conducted by their effects. Therefore, the house should be built in such a way and planned that these visible forces of nature and the energies generated by them can be fully utilized and their harmful effects can be avoided. These the forces that we are referring to are the sound waves, the ultraviolet, infrared rays, the gravitational pull of the earth, the cosmic rays. These are the forms of uh, energy that is required, or these are the informal, invisible forces of nature that keep us safe at the same time. This is one example of space. The effect of these five basic elements have been fully taken care of in the principle laid down in Vastu Shastra. Therefore, before construction of a building or a residence, these things needs to be considered or should be kept in equilibrium in order to achieve the maximum amount of physical and mental comfort in a house. That's it for today's. I hope you have learned about the birth of Vastu Shastra and five basic elements of Vastu Shastra. Thank you.